Hey everybody, Millie here with Tiny Tots NOLA. I am bringing you today a video for the speech therapists out there. I am a speech therapist and I work with a diverse population of children and adults. So I go from the early intervention to post-graduation. So I kind of see them all. So what I wanted to show you today is five things from Dollar Tree that I carry around with me and are great therapy ideas for any child you have on your caseload or any person you have on your caseload, but these are primarily elementary age on down to babies. So anybody you have on your caseload, whatever you might need to work on, you can make fit. So 5 things that you would not think of necessarily as great therapy ideas. So I'm going to start with the most obvious and then maybe move to things that are not so obvious. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so the first thing any therapist of elementary children probably has in their arsenal is some sort of Play-Doh. I like the Play-Doh from Dollar Tree. It's in little small containers, so we don't have a whole lot of Play-Doh. I make my kids choose, either verbally telling me what color they want, or I hold up 2 and they have to pick one. I bring with me at least 1, probably 2 paper plates, because I'm gonna play too. And I slip that into a gallon-sized Ziploc bag with a couple of the Play-Doh containers and maybe 1 or 2, well, more than 1. I'd want at least 2. So maybe 2 to 4 cookie cutters. You can get them at Dollar Tree, you can get them out of your cabinet, you can get them anywhere. Sometimes I have them holiday themed and sometimes not. A lot of times not. And so they get to pick. So we might play with the Play-Doh first on the paper plate so that it doesn't mess up the parent's floor or wherever you're working or your therapy table. And then we might, after we've played with it and we've rolled it and we've made a ball and we've made a hot dog and we've made a taco and we've made a circle, after we've done all of these things that we can talk about and name and model, then I'll move on to the cookie cutters. So do you want a cookie cutter? Do you want one? You know, which one do you want? I hold up 2, or if it's a child that's verbal, tell me which one you want. And then as they're playing with it, I might pull out of my bag another one and I'm playing. And usually kids want whatever you have. So we might say, well, do you want more? And try and get more language, more choice making. So Play-Doh, that one's pretty obvious, Play-Doh. So that's in my arsenal. The other thing that I get at Dollar Tree is these little wind-up toys. Now, I also buy them on Amazon in bulk, but around holiday time, Dollar Tree runs the ones that match the holiday. So you get them definitely at Halloween and you get them at Easter time, and then there are probably some that come out around Christmas with the Christmas stock. But they're great because a lot of my babies can't wind them. The older kids can. And so they need help. Ask me for help. More, make it go. If I have more than 1 of them, because there was a chick this year and I think a bunny. No, this is a bunny. So there was a bunny and a chick. Then which one do you want? And so if a child is nonverbal, I'll hold up 2 or have pictures. But if a child is verbal, tell me which one do you want, and I'll be modeling the words. They go. I can't. I don't, unless I play with the camera, which will make everybody dizzy. So they go. They hop. Sometimes they don't go. These break really easy. I always buy more than 1 of them. I buy several during the holiday time, and that's why I buy them on Amazon in bulk, because then I have a whole bunch to choose from, a lot of different ones. They'll repeat in the box that you buy, but there's a gazillion different kinds, different colors, things like that. So when they break and they won't go anymore, then I have more to choose from. So wind up toys, great. A great reinforcer if you're drill working with Arctic. You get to play with the wind up toy when you're done with the drill work as a reinforcer there. A lot of ways you can use these, and awesome to have, and not too bulky in your bag to be carrying around. So that's a really good thing. The next thing that I get at Dollar Tree and I keep on hand are these party favors. I don't know if you've ever seen these. They're in the party aisle. They're in the party favor aisle. And these happen to be out because of Easter. But usually the ones you see there are square like this. These are rectangle. They look like Legos and they open. So just a little push. Some kids can't open it, which is great because they have to ask for help. But they open up and you can hide things inside. So you can put pictures inside of Arctic words that you're working on. You can put small objects in there. Be careful about choking. You can put anything you want. You can put reinforcers in here. If you're using edibles as a reinforcer, you can put goldfish in here. A couple of goldfish, a couple of Skittles. I typically don't use edibles except in very rare occasions, but because I eat them before I get to the therapy kid that I'm seeing. So I usually don't have edibles, but you can put all kinds of things in here. Those little colored bears, I was looking for them because here they are. Those little color counting bears, they fit in here. So if you know, working on colors, what color, and you open up. Now, what I usually do with these type of hiding boxes is I put them in other containers too. So I'll put a bunch of them inside. I used to use diaper wipe rectangle boxes, but they stopped putting diaper wipes in those plastic boxes. So now I'm on these washed out. Look how ugly they look. I have to get some goo gone. And sometimes I'll decorate the outside with question marks and different things. This one happened to be holding colored flowers that we were using for spring. But I'll put them in. You can kind of make some noise. You have several of them in there. They shake, so everybody's kind of getting interested. What's in there? What's in there? So when we have to ask to open, then they get one out. In this case, you can only get one out at a time, so you don't get a choice of what square unless you stack them in there sideways. Anyway, great ideas to do with it. You can use for Arctic, you can use for language, you can have something in here, a very small picture, and they have to make a sentence with what they see. You can have a question in there and they have to ask the question or answer the question. So lots of different therapy things you can do. It's different. It's just different. And who knew? And guess what? They do stack. So they do stack like regular Legos. You can pop them together. Sometimes you get one that won't stay closed and you can kind of bend it and make it stay closed. Or if it doesn't, pitch that one and stick with the other. This came 8 to a pack and $1.25. So, and I don't have to use those just at Easter time. I can use them all year long. All right, so on to the next one. So the next therapy item, I think, what are we on? 1, 2, we're on 3, we're on 4 now. All right, so the next therapy item that you might not think about from Dollar Tree is, or any dollar store really, y'all, are these little bottles. Okay, so they sell these bottles. They usually come, I think they might come 2 to a pack. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I just know I have a few of them lying around. So they sell these little bottles, and they also sell these styrofoam balls. Now, sometimes they get a little staticky on you, and I have green and I have white. So I guess at different times of the year, they might have different colors. Put these inside of here and then put small objects in there so that you have to shake and turn and move to see what's in here. So I can go by holidays. The one I just took apart, I was going to show you, but it got very staticky, I think over time, and maybe the movement had a whole bunch of bunny rings, plastic rings in different colors. So pink, yellow, blue, green. And they were all inside of here. And it was all the same object. So it was pink bunny, blue bunny, green bunny. Because I happen to be working on that with some of my nonverbal kids, putting together on their devices color and object or noun. So descriptor and a noun. So great idea. I had an OT give me this one year, and she had inside of it small Halloween pieces. Yes, I had to think about that. Small Halloween pieces, and then at Christmas time, she had the clear ornament, and she did the same exact thing with Christmas objects. Little erasers that they put out at holiday time. Those are great in here. We hot glue the top shut so that they can't be opened if that's a concern about opening and choking hazards. So that's why I have a few of these bottles laying around, because after a while, if things aren't working right, I'll just, if they're too staticky, I can pitch them if I have to. And it's not that much work or money. If you have nonverbal children, you can make a communication board with different objects on it. If you have nonverbal children that are using devices, they can find those objects on the devices, those nouns. Lots of ways to use it. If you have verbal kids, can make sentences. I see. What do you see? Ask questions. I work a lot with that too. So lots of things to do with these little styrofoam balls and these containers and a pack of erasers. And a lot of times the pack of erasers is like a lot of variety. So you get a lot of variety in just that pack. Christmas time, you get Christmas erasers, etc., etc. But go down the school aisle. I bet you find some erasers down the school aisle too that can use at any time of the year. All right, so that's number 4. Number 5, I think this is the coup de grace. This has been the most fun we've had this year because we have found these things, and they seem to be holiday related because I have a Christmas variety and I have an Easter variety. Sorry, my Easter one is in the car still because we're still using it. But I do have my Christmas ones here. And they are the poppers. These poppers, have you seen these now? If you have a child who mouths things or could possibly choking hazard, then you have to maybe not use this at all or be very diligent about using it. So the poppers push in. So sometimes the kids have to ask for help. Sometimes the kids can do them themselves. Just depends on your kids, but you can get help. You can get my turn. You can get more. You can get, oh, you can get, wow. You can get, I see it. I found it. Because you have to chase these balls. Well, I don't chase them. The kids chase them. So squeeze, help, more, harder, up, down, bounce. Lots of words, and all those words in sentences. And then you squeeze. Let's see if you can see it. And there he goes. It pops out. See where it went. The kids love these. So Christmas time, they had Santa Claus, and they had a reindeer. And they come with 3 balls. Then Easter, they came out with a bunny. And so I bought a bunny. I should have bought more than one. I would advise to have some extras because my bunny must have either stretched out. It wasn't cracked, stretched out. So he really didn't pop as far by the end of the season as he did in the beginning of the season. But the kids really do love these. There it goes. You can make them go fast. You can make them go slow. Another therapist told me that she takes these and she puts Arctic cards on the floor, and then the kids pop, and whatever the ball lands on, that's the Arctic word that they have to work on in whatever position or words, phrases, sentences that they're working on. So she said that you could also do riddles on cards. Whatever one it lands on, have to answer it. You could do questions on cards about the story maybe you just read. Pop, answer that question. Lots of ideas with these poppers, and they really are fun. So I hope you have fun with your kids. I hope this video was entertaining and informative. And I hope to see you soon. Like, subscribe, share.